Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to episode 28 of Ask Broman. I hope you're all doing incredibly well. It is a brisk Florida day today. We had some frost and shit on the ground. It's Thursday, January 4th, and I hope you guys are well. I think that you're all incredible and super wonderful and great. And yeah, we're just going to get right into it today. We've had a lot of people who've been hitting me up on Instagram lately. I do appreciate you. I wanted to take a second to talk about that. I wanted to say thanks to all of you who have taken the time to message me on Instagram. I have had the joy of sitting on the toilet and answering each and every one of you every morning for the past month, and it's been fucking mega great. So thank you for that. I hope that to those of you who I have been toilet answering, you've been enjoying your time. But we're going to grab this guy first today. This is Karakeos, is how I think you say the name. He has been messaging me a whole bunch on, I'm pretty sure he made a Twitter specifically to ask to get on, because he's like, I've been in here every week. And I just really would like to get on Ask Broman. So Karakeos, how are you doing? If you could unmute yourself, maybe check your audio devices. You could check your microphone output. You could check your headphone output. You could make sure you don't leave the channel anymore. Hello.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi.
Hey there. I'm on mobile, and for some reason it was muted.
That happens, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Doing really good.
I actually pronounced my name Karakeos, so
Karakeos?
it's okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you.
And I actually made that Twitter account a while ago. I just haven't done much with
it was
so.
Your first tweet, so I didn't know.
True. I have a personal Facebook account, which I do more. So there's that. I have a number of questions.
A number of questions. All right.
Yeah, we'll see how we get through it. But a little background. I want to start streaming myself. I haven't yet. I would have started the beginning of last year if I hadn't lost my job and gone unemployed for 10 months or something. And because I have a family to support, that's one of the worst times to drop $1,200 on a computer, which exactly. I needed to do.
Oh,
but
okay.
It looks like I'll be able to start streaming in hopefully a month or two, because I have a new fund that I have saving up. And when it comes to branding and naming your channel and everything, how big of a impact do you believe that has on your success long term?
Not as much as people think.
That's kind of what I thought.
I think that everybody puts a lot of thought into naming conventions and things like that, but there are successful broadcasters and YouTube channels that have incredibly indistinct names, right?
Yes.
And it has, as far as naming conventions, I don't think that long term, if you're good, it doesn't matter what you call yourself.
True.
But if you're terrible, then yeah, you're going to need it won't matter either. So that's on that side. But branding, as far as your physical brand and the way that you design things, is incredibly important.
Yeah, your whole look. I figured that had more to do with long-term success than a name would potentially.
Yeah.
And I know that there's quite a bit of different branding out there. I know you and Goth have a logo, and then other streamers out there have a caricature and whatnot. Mm-hmm. What, in your opinion, works best
for branding?
Yes.
Whatever's the truest to you, and your long-term goals. I think that if you're doing branding, I think you need a solid logo, something that you can stick everywhere, and then you need to be able to disseminate or reinterpret that same concept across any other platform.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so I know other people use caricatures and things like that, but ultimately, even the people that you mentioned, they still have core logo designs. Chariona Char still has his core logo, even though he does a lot of animated work.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
because I know a lot of my social media and everything looks really basic. It's because I created my name a ways back when I thought I would be starting streaming, but because it's been such a tumultuous last year, I haven't done much with that. So I have a lot to do in the front end. And that kind of leads me to my next question is I don't have really much of the ability to do much content creating right now, but what are some ideas I could do to be more things I could do on social media leading up to the time I could potentially start broadcasting?
I mean, share your thoughts on anything that you're an expert on, right? So if you have a specific game that you're passionate about, talk about that game all the time. If you are interested in gaming journalism or something, talk about whatever the story of the day is. Become part of the conversation on every piece of media that you can, so that when you start putting out your own content, it sort of matches. People already know what to expect from you.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
And then one thing I was thinking of doing when I was unemployed for as long as I was creating my own job. And I ran into a few too many hurdles to be able to do that. But one thing I was looking into was forming a company. For me, it would have just been a sole proprietorship because that's what worked best for me. And one thing I've been curious about is how do different streamers set up their stream as like a company? Is it like a sole proprietorship?
You can set it up however you want. My friends are set up as, I know people who are set up as S-corps. I know people who are set up as LLCs, and I'm set up as a sole proprietorship. It really just depends on what you want to do and how much work you want to put into it. Whether or not you have a support structure. If you want to put in the time, if you're good with numbers and shit, it's up to you. There is no best way to do it yet. But the best, yeah. So, I mean, you can do it however you want. Some people are going to tell you to talk to a CPA. I don't think that he's gone. I don't think that every CPA necessarily knows what's all of the different, because I've talked to 3 different CPAs, and I've gotten 3 different answers about how I should run my shit. So ultimately, when it comes to that sort of situation, when it comes to like taxes or setting your stuff up as a content creator, it's so much more about doing what fits for your content. And the best way to understand, I guess, prospectively, the choices that you need to make is that you have to find people who've already done it and ask them about the advantages and disadvantages. Hey, you're back.
My entire Wi-Fi just took a dump, so now I'm on cellular data.
That's fine.
I am so sorry about that.
Sure, no problem. So what's your next question?
What is the best advice you could give me for when I am able to hit that start broadcasting button for the first time?
Stream every day, stream what you love, and have a schedule.
Nice.
That's it. It's simple.
Alrighty. Yep. I think that's all the questions I have for now. Thank you so very much.
Hey, no problem, man. Best of luck. Do you want to tell everybody where you'll be when you get started? Since you haven't gotten started yet.
Haven't gotten started yet, but the name I'm currently talking to you, Kareus, I literally have that everywhere.
Could you spell that for folks?
It's Kareous.
Well, there you go, man.
And if you're curious to where I got that name, I've done a little fantasy fiction writing, and that's the name of one of my characters.
Oh, cool. Are you going to stream your writing?
Probably not. It's not my forte and strong suit. It's just a little interest I had a while back, and I haven't really even completed anything. But
okay. Well, just a little bonus advice. Find the things in your life that you don't see anyone else doing on Twitch and include them in your stream. So if that's writing or whatever, I don't know you, we just met. but those things that make you authentically yourself are going to do really well on your stream, no matter what you're doing. No?
Yep. I've heard
right.
you mention stuff like that before, so thank you very much.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I mentioned it to you since you haven't gotten started yet. You have a good day, man.
Thank you so much for having me on, and you have a great day as well.
You have a good one, man. Another piece of advice to anyone who's wanting to get started is if you have a cell phone, you can stream. And I know that IRL streaming might not be what everybody wants to do. IRL is just, like live vlogging. But, learning how to engage an audience and to just get a feel of whether or not you even like it is so important before you build a huge plan. And a whole system, and you want to set up a schedule. Like, all that stuff's good and great, but my number one biggest recommendation is you have to do it first. Because if you don't do it first, you could end up in a situation where you stream for the first time and you've spent 5 months getting ready, but your first stream, you go, oh shit, I fucking hate this. And then you wasted 5 months of your life, and I don't want anyone in that situation. So it's just another, learning by doing is huge. So please, if you can, do. Let's grab this guy. This is Dad Got Game. Hi, Dad.
What's up, man? How we doing?
Not much. I'm doing great. What can I do for you today?
Hey, look, I don't have audio issues this time.
Yeah. Wow, you're back? Oh, you better make this quick, bud. There's other people who haven't done this yet.
You are absolutely right. I don't even want to shout out. I just want to. I have a question about the Guardian Con stuff.
Okay, sure.
I set up my Tiltify, on the dashboard, all that stuff. There are a crap load of options in here, dude.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I'm aware.
So, just real quick, best practice or recommendations for what I should focus on or set, or kind of just what are you guys looking for in terms of, there's a schedule tab and an incentives and milestones. I assume
it's whatever you want. It's freeform. It's just like streaming.
Okay. All right.
There is no best practice. The best practice is to take whatever you do usually on your stream and turn it into a fundraising focus instead of a normal stream. So if you're known for fucking farting really loud on stream, you can be like, every $10, I will fart really loud into my microphone. And that's your incentive. You see what I'm saying? There isn't a best practice. The best practice for fundraising is the same as the best practice for streaming, and that is literally just do who you are the best you can.
Cool. I'm literally not going to take up anyone else's time. I just wanted to ask about Guardian Con because it's a focus of mine in 2018 to get to fundraising, charity work, etc. So
yeah, for sure. Well, thank you for choosing to support St. Jude through Guardian Con. And are you going to be doing the hunt?
I don't know if I'm specifically focusing on it. I just want to do charity work, and Guardian Con and Extra Life are two of my primary focuses as of right now.
Yeah,
so
for sure. Well,
if
you're interested, the hunt starts January 16th, and it's a great way to get your feet wet in the charity fundraising, because there will be a entire directory on Twitch that is dedicated to raising money during that time. It'll be about a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where can I find more details about said hunt?
Follow me on Twitter.
Okay.
we haven't done an official sign up yet. We're still working everything out with Gearbox. We just know the sign up date.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I will be.
Twitter o'clock is the best way to find out all of the information forever.
Well, it's a good thing I follow you.
Good stuff, man.
All right,
dude. You have a good one.
Yep. You too.
Sneaky ass motherfuckers coming back trying to double dip. I swear to God, y'all are lucky I like you so much. This is Connor. Hi, Connor.
Hey, bro, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing wonderful. What can I do for you today, my friend?
So I just have a quick little question, and it's about overcoming stagnation, I guess.
Sure.
So like I've started to do a lot more YouTube, making more YouTube videos, just like all of that. And then when it comes to like asking people to share, I feel really weird about doing that.
Okay. Why?
Well, it's like it's like asking people to do something.
And what's wrong with that?
I don't know. It just like it feels weird for me that like I'm like obligating them to like kind of like to share my stuff and to like tell them, hey, go check this out, or like put this on Reddit or wherever.
Well, I mean, so I guess my piece of advice is you need to get past that, because no one else is going to promote you except for yourself. There is nothing wrong if you have put out a really great piece of content at the end of it, after everyone's gotten all of the value out of that piece of content, saying, hey, if you like this, make sure you subscribe, to this podcast, and follow me on Twitter or Instagram if you want to know more about all the things that I do. Like, it's not a direction. You're not obligating them. It's not a requirement. It's just a simple,
like a suggestion.
It's a suggestion. It's a conversation piece. Yeah. It's a value exchange. You have provided whatever your content provides, whether it's information or escapism or laughs. And in return, you're just simply asking that they come back and enjoy the exact same thing again next time for free.
That's really true, because I mean, it's like the whole like smash that like button and all that crap is becoming.
No,
kind
I
of
think
like
that I mean, like there's and that is why. And if you notice, for a lot of the content I do, if I'm promoting myself, I always do the promotion at the end. At the end of I try not to promote anything until the end of the podcast. I try not to ever really promote anything on my channel, YouTube channel, until the end of things, because I want people to know everything that they're going to get before they decide to make a choice.
I see.
Yeah.
So you're serving it to them before they actually taste. Yeah, okay, that makes
sense.
Yeah,
exactly. I mean, you don't up front be like, hey, what's up? Fucking make sure you come back to my restaurant next time. Here's the salad. Like, you don't ask that sort of shit if you're running a restaurant business. You have them eat your food, and you come out and you say, hey, how did you like the steak? Oh, I loved it. What do you think about dessert? We have the best, raspberry cheesecake in the Tri-City area. And they're like, I'm so full. And then you're like, come back next time for some cheesecake. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you're doing. I think a lot. I mean, I'm happy you asked this question, because this is actually something I was really uncomfortable with. When I started, I felt so uncomfortable. I felt so uncomfortable saying, like, oh shit, like I can't ask people to subscribe. That would be terrible. But like now it's become second nature, because I understand the value of my content and what I'm actually asking. So it's also, for me, it's a great like thought process, because unless I feel comfortable saying that at the end of a video or at the end of a stream, then I know I need to go back into the content and boost the quality up so that I don't feel uncomfortable saying that stuff anymore.
Oh, exactly. And it's like, I kind of learned that, like, I've been taking a lot more time and like putting more effort into the videos, especially like the last one I just did. And like, that's where this all came up, is like, I felt like weird saying, hey, share this video. But like now you talking about it, like, hey, I did put in the effort. I did do better. So, I mean, like, I shouldn't feel that bad about it.
Yeah,
exactly. Sweet.
For sure.
So, dude. I mean, that's just kind of like my like main question. And it's like, oh, I also told like people like, hey, if you do share it on Reddit, don't be like, hey, go check out this guy's video. Like, I like to make like my stuff about discussions and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So. Well, I mean, I also don't think you should ever really give people instructions as to how they should interact with your content. Like, if they want to fucking go ape shit and like, this guy's the best, and spam your shit everywhere, the best you can do is ask people to be respectful.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, it's because like if somebody loves sharing stuff on Reddit, and like don't tell them not to, but do tell people not to be obnoxious pricks. like
spamming it.
Like yeah, like if you like my content, please share it. Yeah. But and honestly, that's not even something you need to bring up in the beginning. That's more of an after the fact sort of situation. Like if people in your community are starting to get out of control, all you have to do is say, all right, calm down. Like, let's chill on the spamming.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, no, I understand that. Yeah, I've seen that a lot, especially around like Twitch and stuff. But exactly, I feel you. All right, I guess that's pretty much all I have. Yeah, thank you.
Love it, man. Well, thank you for asking that question. I think a lot of people have the same one, and I'm happy that we got to talk about that. It's a hard thing to do up front. So thank you.
Thanks, man.
All right, bye. It is so difficult to get used to self-promotion if you're a new streamer. Like, it's fucking hard, or a new anything, no matter what you're doing. Like, you have to promote yourself because no one else is going to. But at the same time, it's just like, it's uncomfortable, really uncomfortable at first. But once you get ready, like once you get there, it gets a lot easier. So let's grab, this is Captain Dunder. There's a lot of captains today. Hello, Captain Dunder. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, what's up?
I'm doing great. I'm watching your stream.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't believe I got on.
Well, you're here. So what can I do for you, man?
Yeah, I'm a streamer from Sweden, and I have a question to you. It's about the language on my channel.
Sure.
I'm a little bit conflicted because I can't seem to make up my mind if I'm going to speak in Swedish or English.
Well, my first piece of advice is you don't have to do either one exclusively.
Okay.
And I know that might seem challenging or confusing up front for you, but it's just so awesome for people who speak your native language, right? To be able to come on Twitch and watch someone and enjoy entertainment in their native language, their first language.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. And the fact that you're bilingual is a huge plus, but I think that a lot of folks on Twitch err towards, Twitch is a platform where everyone's primarily English speaking, so I have to speak English. When in reality, if you make that choice, you're giving up the biggest piece of leverage that you have, and that's the fact that you speak more than one language.
Yeah, that's true. But I thought about that. I'm appealing a broader audience if I'm speaking English compared to Swedish, and I don't want to limit myself to only people here in Sweden.
Yeah, I mean that's the that's the obviously it's a trade-off, right? So I'll point you to an example of somebody who did Twitch really, really well as someone who did a bilingual cast. So there's a French streamer. His name is Mr. MV. I have been a fan of his since I started streaming on Twitch forever ago. And Mr. MV is, he would operate his stream most of the time in French, and then he would have a few select events that he would do in English. So when he did, speed runs, he would always do speed runs in English. When he was playing Isaac, or the Binding of Isaac, he would alternate between English and French, and he would just put it in the stream title, and everybody got used to it. And he had some difficulties with moderating his chat every once in a while and other stuff, but a good mod team will be able to juggle all that for you pretty well.
Oh no, that's
so
I will definitely check him out.
Yeah, you can check him out and you can sort of see how he runs things. I always recommend, if you are a streamer and you have a second language, if English is your second language, figuring out a way to make your first language work is huge, because it is such a massive advantage. And I understand everyone's like, I have a wider reach with English, but fuck that. Like your total reach might be wider, but you have a disproportionate advantage. There might be, out of everyone who watches Twitch, everyone speaks English, sure. But there might only be 10 broadcasters that have relevance that stream in your language, and then you get to be number 11. And let me tell you, being number 11 is way better than being number 3,000,005.
Yeah.
You know,
that's all right.
It's a big advantage. I think that the straddling the fence thing is the best idea, period.
Yeah. I thank you a lot for your input.
Thank you for asking, man.
May I ask you something else really
Absolutely.
quick?
Yeah, whatever you want, man.
I've been looking at your coffee brand a little bit, mostly on Twitter.
Yeah, thank you.
Is it possible to get it shipped to Sweden?
Yeah, we do ship internationally. Unfortunately, since we don't have international distribution centers, it's pretty expensive. But that's just how international shipping is until we open up a warehouse in Sweden or wherever people live.
Yeah, of course I understand it, but it would be fun just to try, you know.
Yeah, for sure. You should, send me a message later. Maybe we can work something out and I'll give you some for free. I don't know. Send me a DM. Yeah.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, those were my two questions.
Oh, thanks, man. Do you want to go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you?
Yeah, they can find me at Twitter and Twitch as Captain Dunder.
Dunder, Dunder.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah,
Captain Dunder.
Thank you very much, man. You have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye. It's getting through a lot of people today, man. This is pretty cool. Is this Skylight? Let's grab Skylight. Hello, Skylight. How are you?
Hello.
What's up, man?
Pretty good. I'm the one that's been hitting you on Instagram about the Facebook Live stuff.
Yeah, we've been talking.
Yeah, but that's not what my question's about right now. I had another question.
Wow. Okay, that's fine.
I took your advice. I'm using Restream to stream to Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, gaming, all that kind of stuff. But how do I handle the alerts from all three places at the same time?
That's tough. So this is where you get to be a little creative, right?
Yes.
So one of the options is you could have a different alert for each platform. And especially since you're starting out, that's actually really smart. If you have a follower alert for Facebook Live and or a like or a follow for Facebook Live, follow for Twitch, follow for Mixer, and you have all those set up, you could literally just have it with the branded colors of that platform slide out on the side of your screen. So people who are watching you on Twitch will be like, wait, what is that? Why does it say Facebook? And then you can be like, oh, that's Facebook because I'm actually live on Facebook right now too. And I'm also live on Mixer. So it's something that you can use to engage in an organic conversation that cross-populates all of your channels.
Gotcha.
So that's how I would use just that particular thing.
Yeah. But
and then of course, sorry, I may have made an assumption. You are using Streamlabs, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Then everything I just said works. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, and I already am doing that. I have it where if it's YouTube, it's red alert. If it's Twitch, it's purple. Mixer is a blue. But I was referring more to like if I get a follow. Right now, I just look at OBS and see what color the alert is to know where they're following from.
Sure.
But if I know if I just stream, when I was just streaming to Twitch, I could just use Streamlabs like dashboard and it would show me, you know, so and so followed. But if I use all three of these, I would have to link my Streamlabs account all together, which would only give me one alert. I couldn't use the three different colors.
Sure. That's interesting. That's an interesting problem. Give me a second. I mean, it sounds like for right now, you have the best solution because you and anyone else who listens to the podcast and has taken up this idea of multi-streaming to sort of get your feet underneath you, you need to realize that you are so far out ahead of everyone else with this concept that there's not going to be a lot of basic support for you. The way that you have it set up right now, 3 separate accounts so you can have 3 separate alerts works probably the best situation that you're going to come out with, unless there's some new programs that have come out in the past month and I haven't found out about them.
I haven't either, if that's the case.
Yeah, so just having 3 dashboards up and all that other stuff is just sort of par for the course right now until a simpler form of integration I guess, comes around. But my gut feeling is for most people, streaming on multiple platforms isn't going to be the long term. So since it's not going to be anyone's long-term play, you're probably not ever going to end up with the amount of support that you want.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. Which is an unfortunate answer. I wish I had a better answer for you. But right now, just having one Streamlabs account for each of your 3 platforms so you can have those 3 different alerts is the best thing you can do.
Okay. Yeah, I see somebody in chat say something about having a different audio notification. That's a really good idea. I didn't thought about that yet.
Yeah, that's a good point. Changing the audio would make sense.
All right. Well, that's really the only question I had.
That was it?
Facebook
Man,
Live
that sucks. It's a bummer. I want to give people good news, not bad news.
I mean, it's fine. I already got it worked out and situated for me for now. I was just seeing if there's a more elegant solution.
Yeah, different audio cues, different colors. Other than that, man, no. Not yet.
All right.
Nothing more elegant yet.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right, man. Thank you. Have a good one. Oh, that sucks. I mean, that's a perfect example. Like on Twitch, when I started 5 years ago on Twitch, right now, if you stream, you can go to 4 different fucking websites and they all have full service suites that'll fucking track all your data. It'll fucking lick your asshole while it gives you a reach around, and it'll do everything for you. I had to code shit in HTML to make my alerts happen. So as more people in a market space adapt a program, the support structure follows it. So if you're out there and you're doing something new, it's going to be tough up front, because you're going to be doing some stuff that no one else is doing, and you're going to have to sort of cobble together your own support. But the longer that you do it and the longer that you stick to it, the more support will come in on the back end and make your life easier. Let us grab, I think this is Jedi Chappie. I don't believe we've spoken to Jedi Chappie before, or perhaps we have. I don't know.
Hello, sir.
Hey, Jedi Chappie. What's up, man?
I'm doing well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great.
That's good. Good.
Yeah, of course it's good.
It better be.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. What can I do for you, my friend?
My question's about wearing kind of multiple hats and what to focus on. Specifically, remark it myself. I have been a sound and lighting engineer, graphic designer, website designer, video editor, radio personality, all of that for the past 4 years now. And
wonderful.
My problem is that I'm feeling very, very, very burnt out right now, and I'm wondering if that's because I'm doing too much, or am I, or should I pick one and focus on it?
How much time off do you give yourself?
I haven't yet. The problem is that everything runs together, and I can't take the time off just because I'll turn around and I'll finish a wedding video, and then, oh, someone needs a sound console. I gotta go do that.
Gotcha. Are you? So I'm going to ask some really personal questions, and I apologize.
Okay.
Are you doing this because you need all of these jobs right now to make your rent happen, or are you doing all of this because you like how much money you're making? Like, what is the motivation for wearing all of the hats at the same time?
My motivation was I enjoy video editing greatly. You know, that's the primary moneymaker.
Gotcha.
It's wedding season. I just finished a nuts wedding season.
Yeah, I can't even.
Yeah. The sound and lighting stuff was kind of, I took that on because nobody else wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm. So it was wide open and lots of money to be gained. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I don't make any money doing that. That's kind of I do the sound and lighting. It says, I do that because my philosophy is I need to know how to do that, because if someone else is going to do that, it could be messed up and I'm going to be mad.
I see.
No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So basically you decided to start occupying these other spaces with your career because you didn't want other people to fuck it up.
Who else was going to do it? And most of the sound and lighting, it's for churches, because there's a huge market for church.
No, absolutely. Yeah, there is.
And I started doing the sound and lighting last year because we lost a light engineer. He went to another church.
Okay.
And it stressed the director of a play that we do every year out. It's an Easter play. It's a big deal.
Old production. I'm familiar. I'm familiar.
It stressed him out to no end. And I kind of, me being a nice guy, I kind of stepped up in there and was like, you know what, I'll do it. And it kind of exploded into, hey, can you come look at these lights? Or hey, everything? We gotta, yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask 2 more questions, and then I'll probably have some advice for you. Are you being paid by everyone that you're working for right now?
No.
Why not?
I've got to. I hope that no one from my church ever listen to this because I'm about to step on so many toes.
Don't worry about it, man. You're protecting. We're talking about your life and your time.
The problem with working for a church is that a church will pay only the members that are on staff and not church members that know how to run their stuff.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. My background in working in churches is pretty massive. So you're not going to surprise me with anything you're going to say. All right. So here's my advice, and you may or may not like it.
Okay.
If the work that you are doing on the side to be helpful and for free, and you're working for an organization, don't get that twisted. If you're working for a large church that has enough budget that they need to hire a sound guy and a lighting guy, you're putting on an incredible show at least once a week, from a technical standpoint. You need to know when it is appropriate and safe for yourself mentally to walk away. If the work you're doing on the side for free is causing so much stress on you that it's making you feel burnout, it's making you not like anything, it's making you depressed, then it's time to step back. And yeah, is it going to suck? Sure. And especially when you're doing something on a volunteer basis, people like to make you feel shitty about stepping back, which I think is hilarious, because when you're a volunteer, like, you're literally just doing it out of the kindness of your heart. So you should have every prerogative in the world to be able to step away when you want. But I think that no matter what the situation is, you need to step back into a place where you're in control of your time. And if things turn around in a year and it's time for you to, head back and help out at your church again on a volunteer basis, that's great. But you need to be able to walk away from things that you volunteer for.
It's difficult for me to do that because I'm also in the worship band. So
sure. I'm not saying that it's easy. I know how intertwined and tangled up those relationships get when you work for a nonprofit organization. It gets complicated real fast, but you have to advocate for yourself. And you have to advocate for yourself, and you have to do it again and again and again and again. And if the people that are around you don't understand that the situation that you're in is causing you duress, and they're just going to try and sweep it under the rug, you need to consider you just need to be like, okay, well, I'm going to go somewhere where I can feel safe and where I can take care of myself. It's hard. It's not an easy conversation, but if the stuff that you're doing for free is blocking up the rest of your life, it's not worth it.
Okay.
Honestly. And I know that sucks, and it's probably not what you wanted to hear, but
no, I probably needed to hear it. It's just, I didn't want it to be difficult.
Listen, advocating for yourself always sucks.
Yeah.
Because usually when you're walking into a situation and you're the person who's self-aware enough to say, I need to step back, you're the only person in the situation that's self-aware enough to think about something like that.
Okay.
So just be prepared. That's the best you can do. You can be prepared and say, listen, I know that everyone else I'm talking to is probably not going to get this. So you need to, you need to be able to walk in there and be willing to explain yourself and be patient and be kind with people. So please, go in there and do that for yourself. And if the people that you love and care about truly do love and care about you, they'll understand. And if not, it's time to just go, all right, well, cool, bye. I'm going to go somewhere else.
Right.
Which would really suck because I know what it's like to be such a huge part of a community and then have to leave it. Voice crack. And then have to leave it. But you need to take care of yourself first. You really, really do. You can't be good at anything if you're constantly running in a depleted state.
Right. Well, that was about the only question. It's been a big question. Been dealing with that for a little bit. And I needed the guidance, and I do appreciate it.
Hey, man, anytime. And I hope it goes well.
I do too. If you see a report where a Kentucky man found dead in church parking lot, that might be me.
Okay, all right. I'll keep an eye out for that. If you don't show up, I'll start calling the cops. All right, man. You have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Cool. That shit got heavy, man. That got heavy quick. Man, I'm trying to formulate the right way to say this. I know a lot of you out there that are listening to this or watching this, you probably do stuff as a volunteer on the side. And when you want to step back or when you start saying things like, I need to get paid for this because it's taking up a lot of my time, everyone is going to call you selfish. That happens. But like at the end of the day, you have to be able to advocate for yourself. And if whoever is around you is continuously putting you in a position where you're not allowed to, it's time to just fucking get out of that situation because it won't get better. You need to put yourself in a place where you can grow and you can take care of yourself. And sometimes that means leaving wherever you're at and starting something new. But you will be happier after you go through the 1 month, 2 months, a year of bullshit. Once you're on the other side of it, because you'll finally have what you want instead of just sacrificing what you want because you think it's going to make everybody else happier. It is a tough situation to be in, but it is an important situation to get through. I've gone through it a lot. Let's grab it. We'll do one more. Captain Seal King.
Oh, hey, that's me.
Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
What can I do for you?
I just have a few questions. How did you first hear about Gary V?
Kevin. The business manager for Rare Drop and the event manager for Guardian Con.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then I suppose another small question I have is, so I have chat, the dashboard for Streamlabs and OBS set up, like all in small boxes on one screen.
Sure.
How do you have it set up?
How do I have it set up? Like the way that I have my stream stuff set up. I have 3 monitors. I have a central gameplay monitor. I have chat on the right side, OBS on the left side, immediately next to that monitor. And then on the far right side, I have all my communication apps. And on the far left side, I have all of my internet browsers.
It's a bit more complicated than mine. Okay.
I mean, honestly, when it comes to laying out, because it's a data feed, right? Like you're populating your visual, surface with a data feed, and you need to be able to have quick access to everything without overwhelming yourself. It takes a lot of fine tuning.
Okay.
So don't be afraid to sort of mess around with it and get it just the way that you want it.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I had for questions.
Oh, okay. Well, not too bad, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude. I hope you have a great day.
Yeah, I hope you have a great day too.
Talk to you later, man.
Okay, talk to you later. Bye.
Peace. All right, man. That was quick, dude. I think we got through like 8 or 9 people today, which is impressive. A really good episode of Ask Broman. I have to run and grab dinner with some friends, but thank you all for listening. I hope that one of the subjects we talked about today really hit home with you, and I hope that everyone who has listened today and has been tuning in recently has really gotten a lot of value out of the podcast. I think that I think that going forward, it might be time to start doing 1 or 2 revisits for folks for the podcast, so that way we can start getting feedback from folks who've been on, maybe a month or 2 months ago. Because one of the things that I think is really interesting about what we have going on with this podcast is I have a lot of reach, but I don't have a shit ton. And the practical advice from people who have taken time to get back into whatever we've talked about and reorient, I think that would be really valuable, not just for me, because it lets me know whether or not I'm actually full of shit, which I don't think I am. But it'll give you guys some really practical perspective about timelines, when you can expect things to happen, which I think there's just so much incredible value in that. There's so much incredible value in that you don't really, there's not really a lot of information like that out there. So we're going to do that moving forward. But anyway, enough rambling. Thank you so much for listening today. I appreciate you. Episode 28 in the books. And I will catch you next time on Ask Broman. If you got anything out of the podcast today, please comment or subscribe and listen in next time. And I will catch you all on, when are we doing this? This is going on Friday. Oh man, I'll catch y'all again on Monday. Peace.